up there with your ball sack intact tonight?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we were just talking about that. That's
How bad was that?
Man, that's so bad. That's honestly a bummer on both sides. Like, yeah, but.
How about your fight though, man? Did it go the way you expected it to?
Yeah, I was, I took it a little more cautious than, I feel like looking back that I could have pressed the action a little earlier, but, you get out with a first round finish debut and you gotta be happy with that. And so, of course, there's always things to take away and to get better at for the next time, but yeah, went great.
Was that the goal coming in? Did you wanted to make sure you got a finish in this one, or was it more conservative to say, you know what, first fight for Bellator, let's make sure just get my hand raised to start with, and then anything is a bonus?
Yeah, it's tough. So growing up wrestling, you're always told like, don't go out to wrestle for a pin, go out to wrestle to win and whatnot. And in this sport, man, you want to go out and get a finish. And you'd be a liar if you said, I'm just gonna go out and try to perform or whatever. And so the goal is to get a finish, and especially for me, I wanted to go out and improve myself to a certain extent and get a finish. You say all this stuff and all that, but yeah, I wanted to go out and get a finish.
You talked the other day about you needed to do something to sort of endear yourself to a new group of fans, and no offense to the rest of the main card, but sort of the way a lot of this stuff went later on in the show. You had, arguably the best performance of the night. Like, Dumas was great too, of course, but do you feel like you left people with something to think about for your next one?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I'm in consideration for someone to look out for at the welterweight division. I certainly believe that I have the credentials and all that, and I'll keep building. I'm young in the sport, at a sense, and I'd love to go out and finish. As my record would say, that's 5 out of 7 finishes, and so. I'm going out to try to finish fights, whether it's with my hands or submitting. So,
does this kind of work out for you in the end in terms of coming here to Bellator with the welterweight division, having the Grand Prix, which is something a lot of other promotions don't do? It's almost like the bright side of everything. There's a lot of talk around welterweights here right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like the opportune time for sure. And I've talked about too in the past that the welterweight division is so stacked in Bellator, and it's awesome. And I'm coming in at the right time, and unfortunately, ideally, maybe come in a year and a half ago or whatever so I could be in the tournament, but I'm ready to mix it up with the guys who are getting out and all that stuff and improve myself there. So.
Does it help you also have guys out of tournament like Dave Rickles, Koreshkov, Larson, guys who they're that too big of a step up and they're available right now. Those are all fights that can be made maybe in like the summertime.
Yeah, 100%. The goal is to just keep building up and each fight a tougher opponent, a guy with a better record, a guy with more experience and all that. And then fortunately I have a very smart management team. My team, Gracie Baja, Fabiano Schroeder, we all have a great plan in place, and now it's up to Bellator, and obviously I didn't take any damage and all that, so I'm ready to fight as soon as I can, and I'm excited to.
Obviously, Paige is in your corner. As a debuting fighter, I mean, is it calming? Is it motivating? Can you just talk about what that does for you?
Yeah, it's calming and it's motivating, both. And honestly, she brings a lot to the table for me because she's the one with me at every single practice. When we get home at night, she's the one who I say, other than Fabiano, who is with me during all the practices, but she knows me the best out of anyone, and she knows what I'm capable of, the skills that I have and what I can do and need to do. And so for me, we honestly, coming into the fight week, we had only played on 2 corners, and then I had no idea I even got 3. So once we found out we got the 3rd, I was like, hey, you're in 100%. So, and it's a great thing, and I love having her with me in the back, and it's a special dynamic, and it's something that I feel like I can really take advantage
How
of.
much of that move have blown up in your face if you didn't have her in your corner on Valentine's Week and you had the chance?
Oh, 100%, yeah. And so we got married in September. We're 3-0 as a married couple now, so we're gonna keep it growing.
Austin, make a debut in a big organization. Some of the nerves, besides the fact you're facing another elite athlete, is this one. Being in the media, being in a big arena. You kind of have an advantage because you have spouse who's so famous. I mean, you were at the Today Show or Good Morning America a month ago.
Yeah.
What advantage is that? You've already got to experience that one.
Oh, such a big advantage. Like being able to stand here and talk to you guys and stuff. It's I feel like I've been there in a sense and kind of done it and all that. And you know, there was a great energy out there tonight too, and there was no like getting past that. But I felt very locked in and ready to go out and compete. And you know, cornering her and cornering some of our other teammates and all that. I've kind of been on the big stage and all that. So of course there's nerves that come in on its own, you know, competing for yourself and everything. But yeah, it's helped out a lot, and it's given me an advantage coming into all this. So.
Austin, we talked about you want to evolve as a fighter. I know that this submission hold, one thing I noticed was you kept your footwork. You were always just making sure you were tied up his feet. You were working over, let's say, pursuing of it. Were you happy with this? That you seem to be becoming more complete fighter. You're no longer just a wrestler. You're more now the submission artist, wrestler / MMA fighter.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the goal is to evolve as a mixed martial artist and not just be stuck in one thing. So not just be stuck in wrestling or not just be stuck as a striker. And, you know, as we've seen, you know, tonight, guys who couldn't wrestle or whatnot, you know, they got beaten. There wasn't anything to do. So for me, it's evolving at each place, and that's what I love. I love so much about this sport is, you know, you can grow in all these different aspects of the sport, and, you know, it never gets boring. You know, it's always fun to go in and, you know, go to boxing or go to Muay Thai and just get better at each thing, and that's something I love about MMA.
Took this fight on short notice, just a couple of weeks. You know, are you trying to stay as active as you can going forward? Or are you trying to get some more experience under your belt, improve some more, and then come back to Bellator with the full game?
No, I think the experience for me is just going out and competing and getting in the cage and doing it for real. I'm a training junkie. I love to train. You know, if I didn't have my wife and my team telling me I had to take a day off, I'd probably be going 100 days straight with no break, and, you know, as long as my body held up. So I think more than anything, the experience is what's gonna get me better and keep evolving.
Austin, can you really quick about the finish? It looked like you were going to transition to the back before you finish with the arm triangle. Did you feel like he was giving you one or the other, or are you just going to go too close?
Yeah, so he did the defense where you grab onto your own leg, and my head coach Fabiano Schurner, he's elite black belt and, you know, a stud and a legend in his own. And we've worked some transitions from going to that arm triangle to when they go to defend like that, slipping in a rear naked choke. And in my mind, I thought, that might work here, but we were kind of close to the cage and I didn't want to risk it. I heard him kind of gargling a little bit, and I thought, all right, if I keep this going. At the same time, I wasn't trying to burn out my arms, so I wasn't going 100% on the choke, because I knew it was kind of short time and whatnot. So, and I just kept sinking it in. I heard my corners telling me, you know, keep on it, and you know, I kept on it, and I saw his mouth guard drop out, and I thought he was asleep, but apparently he was still awake. So. No, I was in an advantageous position, and you know, mouth guard came out, and he didn't want to compromise the position that I was in, and so no, I was fine, man. I've had these teeth busted out before, and honestly, to be completely honest, you know, if my teeth got knocked out, would be that I get a gold tooth and all that. It'd be cool. So yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.